What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. We got to get Paolo Banchero into the All-Star game. He's 10th in voting from the fans, and fans, y'all got to step up because Paolo's been one of the most impactful players in the league this season, and he has my All-Star vote. Let me know in the comments if you would vote Paolo as an All-Star this season. I don't think he's an All-Star starter, but I damn sure think he's on the All-Star team overall. He's been awesome, so let's talk about him. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video, but let's get into it. Paolo Banchero, he's really just blossoming before the fans' eyes right now. Especially these last several weeks, has really taken off. Overall in the season, 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists on 46% from the field and 37 from 3. That's good numbers. That's really good numbers, and not a lot of people thought the Magic were going to be competitive or good this year. I, for one, did think that they would be in that top 6-7 seed area. Just from they finished last year really strong, and Paolo kind of picked it up and found how good he can really be in the league. And the sky is the limit for him because this season he's taken huge jumps in all major statistical categories. We can go down the list right now. Points, he went from 20 last year to 22.7 this year. Rebounds went from 6.9 to 7.1. Assists took a big jump from 3.7 last year to 4.9 this year. Blocks and steals have gone up marginally, but they've gone up. His field goal percentage is up 42.7% to 46.2 at this point in the season. Three-point percentage, that's the big one, because shooting was his knock coming in. This last year, 29.8%. This year, 37.5%. Been really good, and he just had a game a couple nights ago against the Kings where he had 6 threes, and he's taking, about 4 of them a game, and he's knocking them down at that 37-38% clip, and he's really been firing on all cylinders because if you have to guard him on the three-point line, you're screwed. You're absolutely screwed because he's so big and physical. He's going to get to the line. He's going to drive past you, and dude gets to the free throw line, top 10 in the league. I think he's 10th in the league in free throw attempts at like 7.5 a game. Top 10 in free throw attempts for a second-year player. A lot of times young guys don't really get that love, but he plays so physical that you have no choice but to foul him a lot. I mean, put it this way, dude's coming off a 30-point triple-double against the defending champion Denver Nuggets. And Denver's got Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., KCP. They got there's a lot of really good players, a lot of good defenders on their team too. And Paolo took him into the backyard and showed him how it was done because, I love Denver, but he really came out and put his stamp on that game. 30-point triple-double, and then a couple nights ago against the Kings, 43 points with the 6 threes that I already talked about. He puts up numbers, man, and the thing that irritated me when I saw the fan voting is he was 10th, right? But the guys ahead of him, and this is not to knock any of them, but none of the, outside of Jason Tatum, Joel Embiid, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, those are the only 3 guys in the East from the forward or big position that I would have ahead of Paolo Banchero. I wouldn't have Julius Randle ahead of him. I don't think Randle was head on voting anyway. But you had guys like Kyle Kuzma ahead of him. No, not better. You had guys like Pascal Siakam who are really good. I wouldn't have Pascal above Paolo. There's Michael Bridges. No, I'm sorry, I'm not on board with that. You have guys like Jimmy Butler who have missed 10 games and sit out games for small injuries. I don't have Jimmy ahead of him. Jimmy's a great player. You have Jaylen Brown ahead of him. I don't have Jaylen Brown over Paolo Banchero this year, especially given the circumstances of that Celtics team too, because that team is loaded. And then you have Kristaps Porzingis is ahead of him, Celtics guy, right? There's too many guys ahead of him that I don't think have been better this season, and that's no knock on them because they're all great players. All those guys I just listed, fantastic players. But Paolo has been better this year, is what I'm getting at. He's the number 1 on his team. He's the number 1 on a team that people didn't think was going to be a top 6 seed, and in theory right now, in reality, they're basically tied for 4th. I think they're a half game back for 4th, whatever. But let's look at that. That's crazy. I think Franz Wagner could also get some love too. I think he's been really good, but Franz goes out early in that Kings game. What does Paolo do? 43 points. That's stepping up. He's one of those really, really unique players that, his game isn't modeled after behind the three-point line, which it's getting there. He's evolving. He's getting better there. But his game is, I'm back to the basket. I'm driving downhill. It's kind of a throwback style. And I like that because he's a smash mouth player, and then we're in a league that is, all pretty and fancy, and he's not like that. He's not. I'm here, I'm in your grill, I'm going to the rack, and good luck stopping me. Dudes like that are kind of rare now. So I think Paolo deserves to make his first All-Star team. Like I said, the only guys I would have ahead of him in terms of making the All-Star team this year would be Joel Embiid, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Jason Tatum. Those three are all, MVP level guys. Paolo will get there one day, but that's how I would have it. Paolo would be my fourth guy for bigs and forwards to make the All-Star team. And while fans, because Orlando Magic doesn't have the hugest fan base in the world, small market team and whatnot, I think that no matter what, he's going to get into the All-Star game, because I think coaches will see how good he is, because they are the ones that are, hey, we got to play the Magic tonight. Okay, first step, how do we stop Paolo Banchero? That's the first thing that they all talk about. So coaches will vote him in no matter what. I think he'll make the All-Star team. Do you think he'll make the All-Star team? Where would you have him on your All-Star voting list? A lot of people probably just haven't watched a lot of him, and that's why he's so far down on this voting list, which is a popularity contest for sure. But he's legit one of the best young players in the NBA, and I think we got to pay more attention to that because he's really, really good, and he's getting even better every game. So shout out to Paolo. If you're an All-Star this year, I'll be shocked if you're not, and I'd probably be pretty upset if you're not an All-Star. Magic deserve an All-Star player this year, and Paolo is their best player. Fran's having a great year too, but Paolo is the guy that would have my vote. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, where you have him on that All-Star voting board. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. But can we please get Paolo Banchero into the All-Star game? All right, thanks for watching. Peace.